Hello and welcome back to another Home Depot tool deal of the day that they are doing today only, which is July 22nd, 2025. It is today only, so if you're watching this video after that, unfortunately these deals are no longer in effect. And if my computer audio here sounds off, it's because I'm currently out of town and I don't have my mic with me, so I'm using a built-in mic, so hopefully the sound quality is just as good. And I'll get started here. So they're starting off here with the Milwaukee M12 brushless cordless hammer drill and impact driver combo kit for $199, and they're also including a ratchet for that price at $199. That's saving $170. That is 46% off. That's a pretty good deal there. Especially with the ratchet, I think the ratchet's usually around $149 by itself, so pretty good deal. And then next up, they do have the Ryobi 18-volt cordless 8-tool combo kit with one 1.5 amp hour battery and two 4 amp hour batteries, charger, a couple bags. Looks like a pretty decent all-around kit there for only $359. That is saving $140. That is 28% off. And then next up is the Rigid 8-tool combo kit with a 2 amp hour battery and 4 amp hour and a charger and a couple bags for $379. That's saving $220. That is 37% off. So if you're looking for a little bit better quality tools compared to the Ryobi, Rigid is definitely it. They make pretty good tools. They do come with a lifetime warranty on majority of their tools. You just have to be sure to register them when you purchase them. And they stand behind their tools, and they're pretty solid, so they work great. This kit does include a reciprocating saw, an oscillating tool, an orbit sander, circular saw, light, blower, 1/4-inch driver, as well as a drill. So again, that's another good all-around kit there for only $379. I'd actually recommend going with this Rigid over the Ryobi one, but that's just me. All right, and then moving along is the Milwaukee M12 brushless cordless hammer drill and impact driver combo kit for $199. So this is another option like they offered earlier, but this one they're including an oscillating tool for the $199. That's saving $129 there. Obviously, it's better to go with the one with the ratchet. You're saving more money. The ratchet is usually more expensive than the oscillating tool, and the oscillating tool is also, it's not brushless either, so neither is the ratchet on this one. But again, better off going with the ratchet if you have the use for it. And then next up, they do have the M12 Fuel Surge 1/4-inch hex impact driver, also with the ratchet. Also comes with two batteries for $179, saving $140. That's 44% off. That's a pretty good deal there. Especially with the Surge, it's going to be a little bit quieter than the normal impact driver. And then next up is the Milwaukee M18 brushless cordless 1/2-inch hammer drill kit with three 5 amp hour batteries and a charger for only $299. That's saving $159. That's 35% off. That's a pretty decent kit there. And that's a way to start off there in Milwaukee, to start off with the three batteries. Not bad. And then also next up is the Milwaukee M12 brushless, the 4-in-1 installation drill driver. It's the 3/8 inch one that has a 3/8 inch drill head to it. So it has great versatility. I have this tool myself, and I use it for many different tasks. It works great at installing cabinets as well as closet systems, and even to get into hard to reach places with the right angle drill. And then even this offset bit right here makes it great to get into like corners and things like that. It does have a max of 300 foot-pounds of torque. It's a pretty good tool. And this one, there are including a soldering iron for the $169. That's saving $194 there. And it's a pretty good deal because the kit alone by the installation drill driver kit is $199 in stores and online by itself. So that is a pretty good deal. And then next up is the Milwaukee M18. It's the 5-inch random orbit sander with one 5 amp hour battery and a 2 amp hour battery charger for the $149. Again, this is another great deal because that sander alone, I think, is around $149 by itself. So pretty good kit there. And I think this is a similar deal that they're offering in stores actually for the $149, where you're buying that starter kit with the batteries, the two batteries, and then you get the option of this random orbit sander for free. So they're offering it here today. Because I think those other Milwaukee deals are actually over now, by a few days now. So if you missed out on that deal, then you have the chance to get it again. All right, the next up is the Milwaukee Surge. They're pairing it up with a oscillating tool on this one for $159. That's saving $119. Again, this has also two batteries. Pretty good deal there. And then another option they have is the 3/8 cordless ratchet kit with another ratchet with 2 batteries, charger, and a bag for $249, saving $190. Another solid deal there if you're in the market for some Milwaukee ratchets. They do work good. I have one. I have the smaller one here. And then next up is the M18. It's the cordless oscillating multi-tool with one 5 amp hour and one 2 amp hour battery for the $149. Again, another great deal, saving $210. That's 58% off. And then they do have the straight 1/4 inch straight die grinder kit. They're pairing that with an inflator for $319. That's saving $110 there, 26% off. And now we'll get into some Ryobi options they have with the 3 light kit for $95. Includes a spotlight, flexible clamp light, as well as a floodlight or the panel light for $95, saving $114. It's 55% off. And again, they're offering this camper's kit here. It's a 3-tool camper's kit with an area light, Bluetooth speaker, and a 4-inch clamp fan with one 1.5 amp hour battery and a charger for $65, saving $68. That's 51% off there. And another option from Ryobi is the random orbit sander. It's a 5-inch one with a 4 amp hour battery, charger. Looks like some sanding discs they're including with that for only $89. That's saving $40. And another Ryobi deal, they have the 5-tool combo kit with 2 1.5 amp hour batteries, charger, tool bag for $169. That's saving $30. That's 15% off. That looks like another decent deal there for only $170 to get all those tools. Another Ryobi option is the 18-volt 2-tool combo kit that is with a 2 amp hour battery and a charger. So that's an oscillating tool and a 1/2-inch impact driver. So for $149, that's saving $76 there. Next Ryobi deal is the 18-volt rotary tool kit with a 2 amp hour high-performance battery. It looks like with different bits as well. So it's similar to a Dremel. They have that for $129, saving $30. And if you just happen to need a Ryobi circular saw on its own, they do have this one with a 4 amp hour battery and charger for $119. That's saving $40. And they have a smaller circular saw. It's the plunge saw kit with a 2 amp hour battery, charger. It looks like they have a few different blades to cut different materials, as well as a guide, like an edge guide. So they had that priced at $99. It's saving $50. That's 34% off there. And now to some DeWALT deals. They have the 20-volt brushless cordless impact driver kit. Paired that with a 1/4 inch sheet sander for $129. That's saving $219. That's 63% off. That's a pretty good deal. And then the next one is the 1/4 inch impact driver with a 5 amp hour battery as their additional item for $199. That's saving $149 there. And that is a good deal at the $129 for with the sander. And that I would definitely pick that one up. And the other DeWALT deal they have is a compact hammer drill with a reciprocating saw and one battery and charger for $169. That's saving 51% there. Another rigid deal they have is a 3-tool combo kit with 2 amp hour batteries, a charger for $299. Those tools are a D-handle jigsaw, a circular saw, as well as the random orbit sander. That's saving $140. Another rigid deal is a 6-tool combo kit with a 2 amp hour battery, charger, tool bag for $289. That's saving $129 there. And that includes a hand vac, circular saw, impact driver, drill, and a Bluetooth speaker. Looks like one battery and the charger and bag for $289. And a few other Milwaukee deals they have is the ratchet with the oscillating tool, 2 batteries, charger, and a bag for $299, saving $80. And then they have the extended reach fuel ratchet with the battery and oscillating tool for $299, saving $80. And some other power tool deals they have is the Milwaukee job site brushless cordless fan. It is the pack out version. Again, they have this at $109. This is the same deal they had the other day. And then they have a DeWALT Atomic Series 1.25-inch bandsaw with a 1.7 amp hour power stack battery for $169, saving $160. That's a pretty good deal there. And they have a 3-light kit here from Rigid, 18-volt. It's the LED stick light, LED spotlight, and the hybrid light for $129. That's saving $160 there, 55% off. And if you're in need of a Milwaukee M18 heat gun, they have this one here. It's a compact one for $159, saving $100. They're including a 2 amp hour battery with that, so that's a pretty good deal. Another option from Milwaukee is the grease gun, the M18 one, with the two-speed settings there, with a 2 amp hour battery for $229, saving $92. And then they have the caulking gun, the M18 one, for $249, also paired with a 2 amp hour battery for $249, saving $79. That's a pretty good deal. And then they have the same deal with the quarter sheet standard with the battery for $149, saving $90. Then they have a couple hybrid fans from Ryobi. It's 18 volt ones, tool only, at $89, saving $29. A few more Ryobi options here is the 8 1/4 inch compact job site table saw for $259, saving $80. And then they have similar to like the Ryobi days, but this time it's $159 for the 3 batteries, which is 2 4 amp hour ones and a 2 amp hour one. And they're putting in the oscillating tool for $159. That's saving $331, supposedly. That's 68% off there. Another rigid option is the 2 amp hour battery kit with a blower for $89. That's a really good deal there, saving $108. That's 55% off there. And then another rigid option they have is the brushless 1/2 inch impact wrench with the 4 amp hour high output battery and charger for $199. That's saving $80. And a couple other options from Ryobi. It's similar to the Ryobi days, where they're including the 2 4 amp hour batteries and a 2 amp hour one. And this time the reciprocating saw priced at $169. That's a pretty good deal, because obviously what the Ryobi days it was priced at $199. So you're saving another $30 there, saving $321 total. That's 66% off. And if you don't need the reciprocating saw, they do have the option with the D-handle jigsaw. It is the brushless one for $169 also, saving the same amount at 66% off. The next deal is rigid. It is the bandsaw with the 2 amp hour battery for $189, saving almost $150. That's 44% off. Another Ryobi option is the 3 battery kit, so the 2 4 amp hour and 2 amp hour one with the ratchet for $159. That's saving the same amount as the others, $331. Well, actually a little bit more, 68% off there. Another Ryobi option is for $69 is the cutout tool with the 1.5 amp hour battery and charger. That's actually a really good deal. It's 30% off there. You could use this to cut out drywall if you're doing some drywall work, cut out the outlet boxes, that sort of thing. That's what it's used for. And then they do have another deal with the impact wrench here. It's a compact one though. It's with the 2 amp hour battery and charger for $139. That's saving $40. Then another Ryobi deal, they have the 18 volt high volume inflator with the LED light for $50. That's saving almost $20. That's 29% off there. And then from DeWALT, they do have the pancake air compressor up to 165 psi and a 50-foot hose included for $159. That's saving almost $70 there. That's a decent deal there for a DeWALT one. And a few other rigid options here. They have the 18 volt 3 inch by 18 inch belt sander with a 2 amp hour battery for only $129, saving $120. That's a really good deal there compared to other brands like DeWALT and Rigid that are basically well over $200 for their tools, and this one's only $129, and it includes a battery and charger. Really can't beat that one. That's an awesome deal. And another rigid option is the SDS Plus rotary hammer kit with a 4 amp hour battery and charger for $219. That's saving $30. And then another rigid deal is the 18 volt magnetic task light with a 2 amp hour battery and charger for saving $90 there, 56% off. Another rigid light option is the detachable light floodlight kit with a 2 amp hour battery charger for $79, saving $118. Another rigid deal is the 18 volt cordless 15 gauge angled finish nailer with a 2 amp hour max output battery with a charger for $339, saving $20. Then they have a Ryobi ratchet. It's a 1/4 inch one with a 1.5 amp hour battery and charger for $129, saving $60. And then they have a little clamp light from Ryobi, 18 volt, 1.5 amp hour battery charger for $60 there, saving $20. Another clamp light option from Ryobi with a 1.5 amp hour battery for $60 as well, saving $23 on that one. And they do have another deal with the Milwaukee random orbit sander for $189. This one does include 2 5 amp hour batteries versus the other one above that was priced at $149, where you're getting 2 batteries and a charger. So if you happen to have the charger already from Milwaukee, then this is a better deal because you're getting the second 5 amp hour battery instead of with the other kit you're getting a 2 amp hour battery. I would go for this one instead. And then next up is the Bluetooth job site earbuds from Milwaukee for $99 now. That is a better deal than what it was last week. That's saving almost $81. That's 45% off. But again, check out the reviews on this. Not very many people are actually happy with this set of earbuds. The complaints are that they basically go bad after a few months of use. The sound quality is not as good as what you would expect it to be, as well as some of them having charging issues after a couple months, like one bud couldn't charge up, that sort of thing. So be sure to read the reviews, know what you're getting before you purchase it. But I think that is a good deal at $99 if you can outweigh the negative reviews on it. All right, then the next deal from Ryobi is the 18 volt 4 amp hour 2 battery pack for $119. That's saving $100. A DeWALT option is 3 battery kit here is a 6, 4, and 2 amp hour batteries for $219. I would honestly go for the deal probably that's going on at Lowe's still currently for probably the next week, where you can get the 2 battery starter kit for $299. You get 2 free tools. Better deal there, in my opinion. All right, and then the next option from Milwaukee is the 2 battery kit for $329. It includes a 5 amp hour and a high output 6 amp hour battery for $329. I don't think that's a deal at all, actually. And then they do have the 175 watt powered inverter with 2 5 amp hour batteries for $189, saving $170. And then they have the other version here with the 2 battery kit with the 5 amp hour and 2 amp hour one charger, same inverter for $149. So pick whichever one. I think, if I remember correctly, during Black Friday time, I actually picked up this inverter that included a 2 amp hour battery, and that was for $99. So for the $149 to get the extra 5 amp hour battery and charger, I think that's a pretty good deal for that. And then they do have some Milwaukee options as far as the different socket sets and the pack out boxes, $189, saving $40. And then they do have some drill options, drill bits, and as well as screw bits, saving different amounts here. You can go through them here. I'm not going to review each one, but they do have one here with a pack out mechanics tool set, 62 piece with a 3 drawer pack out for $299, saving $78. And again, they have other socket options as well as a fastback 2-pack. This is actually a good deal here. This 2-pack here with the replacement blades, a 50 pack of them for $25. That's not bad there, because I think the 2-pack fastbacks are around $20 by themselves. So for the extra $5, that's not a bad deal to get the replacement blades. They do have an oscillating multi-tool blade kit here, 20 pieces for $45. That is saving $45, so that is a good deal. It does include a hard case to store them in, so that's pretty decent. So it does have the 2 of the regular multi-material blades that are titanium enhanced, as well as the bimetal blade, also titanium, 2 of those, and then 2 wood, and then 1 hardwood, as well as a scraper, and then different sanding discs. So it's a good all-around kit there for only $45. I would pick one of those up. And they do have the Milwaukee Demolition nail-embedded Sawzall reciprocating blades set for $23, saving $22. Again, that's another good deal there. And it does include one of those torch blades, which is a good deal. So, and it also includes a hard case to store them in as well. So not bad. Another torch blade option is a 2-pack of them for $20. That's saving $30. So again, that's another good deal. And they do have some black oxide step drill bit set, 12 pieces for $360. More drill bits as well as screw bit options here for $139. I don't necessarily think that's a good deal, but I guess looking at all the different drill bits that includes, it could be, but I think it's expensive though for what it is. They do have a screwdriving kit as well as a pack out socket set for $119. It appears to be a good deal, saving $27, 18%. Whenever they include the pack out with these kits, minimum speaking, it's going to be $100 for that. And then they do have a RYOBI portable power source with a couple USB ports there, so you can charge up different devices. Comes with a 1.5 amp hour battery charger for only $45. That's saving $25. Another option from Rigid is a couple batteries, one 8 amp hour and one 12 amp hour one, the max output EXP ones. So these are the newer ones out for $289, saving almost $140. Another Rigid battery option is two 3 amp hour batteries and a charger and a bag for $139, saving $92. Then they do have a Rigid rapid charger with 18 volt for $59, saving $30. And wow, we're getting into some Bosch options. So they have the 2,000 foot horizontal vertical rotary laser for $849. That's saving $50. So whopping 6% off. They do have the Blaze 165 foot dual power battery green laser distance tool here for $149, saving $10. So not very good deals from Bosch, saving just a little bit of amount, barely enough to even cover sales tax as far as the savings. Another Bosch deal is a 125 foot green 5-point self-leveling laser for $149, saving $10. They do have the DeWALT 20 volt green crossline laser tool only for $449, saving $30. And that appears to be it for these tool deals of the day. All right, that's going to conclude this tool deal of the day from HomeDepot.com. So you have to go onto the website specifically for these deals. And it is today only, like I mentioned before, which is July 22nd. If you did enjoy this video and gained value from it, I would appreciate it that you give it a thumbs up. And consider subscribing for more of these tool deal videos that I do in the future. I really do appreciate you watching, and I hope you have a great day. Thank you.